What is the fastest way to get an airspace authorization as a remote pilot? So to get a quick airspace authorization as a remote pilot, you can use something called LANC. And if you just Google FAA UAS Data Exchange or LANC, it brings you right up to this page. So LANC is Low Altitude Authorization and Notification Capability. There are a couple of different providers that allow you to submit a LANC authorization. So drone pilots can use LANC when they want to receive near real-time authorization for operations under 400 feet in controlled airspace around airports. So this is available for both Part 107 pilots and recreational pilots. And you can also submit a further coordination request using certain apps. So the first thing you need to do is you need to make sure that your drone is registered. So if you are flying under Part 107, your drone needs to be registered under Part 107. And then to qualify as a recreational flyer, you also need to have your drone registered. So LANC, there are several different LANC UAS service suppliers out there. And so the FAA has provided a list of the service providers, but then also the different services that they offer. So some will offer Part 107 near real-time authorization. Some will offer services for Part 107 further coordination, and some will also exceptions for recreational flying in Section 44809. So you can come down here and you can look through all of the different apps. I do have a video on how to use the Kitty Hawk app to submit a LANC request. You can check that out. But there's all these other apps that are available out there that you can use to submit the LANC requests as a remote pilot. So that's going to be the quickest way to get an airspace authorization. LANC requests are not available at all airports just yet. So if you find an airport where a LANC request is not available, you do need to go through the FAA Drone Zone website. It's not nearly as quick as a LANC request, but until LANC has been rolled out to all airports across the United States, you'll need to use the FAA Drone Zone website. So that is the quickest way for you to get an airspace authorization as a remote pilot.